Hey guys, welcome back. We have a couple things to address in this one, like the Edmund Fitzgerald, hunting and recovery as always. I'm trying to be more organized as I stated, so before we talk about anything else I'm going to try and structure this video to match my week a bit. Before that, I guess we have to talk about the Edmund Fitzgerald, considering the anniversary was last weekend. First of all, I can't really say much that Gordon Lightfoot, may he rest in peace, didn't. Seriously though, the song The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald by Gordon Lightfoot tells the story in the most incredible way possible. He refers to Lake Superior as an ice water mansion, which is kind of dark if you think about it. It means that Lake Superior is so cold that bodies don't bloat and rise to the surface. The song says Superior never gives up her dead. I actually visited the Upper Peninsula and Whitefish Point, which is mentioned in the song. The line is, the searchers all say they'd have made Whitefish Bay if they put 15 more miles behind her. Whitefish Point has a shipwreck museum that is super cool. The coolest thing is, like, the info dumps in the museum are also in the song. Like, hearing 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty is way better than just reading what the load was. I start every week off on a good note with therapy on Monday. I find doing that at the beginning of the week sets me up for success that week. A big part of being disabled is setting yourself up for success. It always just feels really good to start my week off strong, you know? Regardless of disability, everyone should have a neutral third party to talk to. Getting someone else's perspective can be really helpful in a myriad of ways. Now we're going to get into hunting. Rifle season literally starts today, and I grew up hunting. Hunting is pretty much a culture here in Michigan, and humans have been hunting since the beginning of time. A big part of Thanksgiving is the food, obviously, and hunting was integral to the first Thanksgiving. The Native Americans pretty much taught the Pilgrims how to hunt. The Native people were very good hunters and were expert outdoorsmen. The Pilgrims would not have survived without the natives' survival skills. The harvest and hunting season is essential to a harsh winter, and without the natives' help all of the Pilgrims would have perished. That reminds me of a quick tangent. I used to really consider myself an outdoorsman. I love just spending time in nature. I'm really into the idea of wilderness survival. Before I became disabled, I was really into bushcraft. I really liked Fowler's Makery and Mischief and Ovens' Rocky Mountain bushcraft. I know that as a disabled guy I can't just go play in the woods now. I mentioned that hunting has always been integral to Thanksgiving, and that was definitely a part of Thanksgiving for me growing up. Whenever my family hunted, my grandpa always made it into sausage. He was a trained chef, so I have very fond memories of making venison sausage in his kitchen. We would always have the venison sausage with cheese and crackers for charcuterie on Thanksgiving. Fun fact, the deer we hunted were from the west side of the state, as opposed to up north. Deer from out west are typically corn-fed, so they're quite a bit leaner than grass-fed deer. My grandpa cut venison with pork to make sausage because the fat was necessary. I kind of preferred that flavor because it kind of tasted less gamey. We'll move on to the rest of the week now. I apologize for getting sidetracked for a bit there.
Sometimes I'll start a sentence, and I don't even know where it's going. I just hope I find it along the way.
On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have physical therapy. I have been attending RIM, as I've stated, and went to my normal session Tuesday. But on Thursday, I toured the Recovery Project, which is another rehab facility. I plan on attending the Recovery Project in the new year. I felt kind of weird about it at first because I have forged really good relationships at RIM, like with Jared. But Jared reminded me that I'm the superstar. I'm going to score regardless of who's throwing me the ball or dishing me the puck. But regardless of where I go, I'll always thank Jared and RIM for teaching me to run the bases like Kirk freaking Gibson. But I went on the tour with my dad and yoga therapist Becky. I had the tour in place of my usual yoga session. Fridays are my gym days. I have said that I go to Inclusively Fit, which is an adaptive gym. You know I do my pull-ups. And my squats. This is old footage, but I like to finish my week very strong. I'm very routine, so I don't just want to post the same thing every week, you know? Anyway, I guess I should plug my website now, disableddanny.com. You can join the cult or team or whatever by subscribing. Regardless of what I settle with, you're still becoming a Dan fan. Please be gentle, as always, while doing the other stuff.
Pee! Aha!